In June 2022, I rough-turned a few bowls out of green alder, dried them in a microwave, and then one day I was looking them over, trying to figure out if they were worth finishing and trying to figure out which one to turn first. So one by one we'll put these on and see what happens. Oh, but they got this thing on here. Might as well make something out of it. What to make? What to make? I could make a toothpick holder. Just need to square this off. I'll shape it before we drill the hole. Create a spool gouge. I think that's a 1/2 inch. Anyway, it's a spindle gouge. And this is a spindle. I spent 3 or 4 minutes searching for my safety glasses and then settled on a face shield. 1400 is running true. Yeah, that's not. I do not like spindle gouges. It's not the gouge's fault. You need to pay attention and hold tight. This is quick and dirty. Well, that was pretty quick and dirty. I don't know where this was. Now this has been here for days and I forgot to check for tightness. It might have been loose. Or it might have been too aggressive. It's been a week since I've touched the lathe, I think. Far too long for a beginner to go. I hope you remember everything. So gently. I didn't get the piece of wood back in the chuck in exactly the same position, so now it's not turning true. Using carbide tools is a little like riding a bicycle with training wheels. You don't learn anything. Watching someone use carbide tools is also a little like riding a bicycle with training wheels, and for the same reason. Because neither you nor I are learning anything right now, I'll speed some of this up. Wow, look at all that tear out. I see what the problem is with carbide. But I would do, ooh, look at that end. That is horrible. Boy, that's smooth. Smooths that right out. I was becoming impressed with the value of shear scraping. Getting into the bottom of the cove was a challenge. Oh yeah. As I worked to even out the bottom of the cove, the waist was becoming narrower and narrower. Good thing I didn't have the hole drilled yet. Smoothed out nicely everywhere except right in here. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to sand that. Okay, it's time to cut that off and then drill a hole. Why didn't I just cut this off with a saw? If you're asking me, you're asking the wrong person. That is not going to leave much. I fully expect failure here. So I've got to check the depth. I'll wait for depth. Got to stop at that line there. start out slow. About 350. The bit began centered, but immediately got a little bit off center, and that worried me because the diameter of the bit is very close to the diameter of the waist of the toothpick holder. The drill is generating quite a bit of dust, so I turned on the exhaust fan. Far enough. Considerably wider at the top. Half-inch bowl gouge is obviously too big for this, so I switched to the 3/8 inch. I hadn't yet figured out what to do about the bottom of the cove. Sanding would have been an easy solution, but then we're back to the bicycle with training wheels. A fingernail grind spindle gouge would have been a better tool for this, but I didn't yet have one. I'm well aware that the walls here are very, very thin, and that hole is not quite centered. Just one more light pass to get that little bump near the bottom, and then I'm going to quit. That's 320 grit sandpaper. I don't dare go any coarser. And lightly with well-worn 400 grit. And wiping off dust inside and out. That hole is much larger than my little finger. I feel perfectly safe doing that. Denatured alcohol to remove the rest of the dust. I'm not going to stick my finger in there with this thick, wet cloth. I don't realize how loud that fan is until I turn it off. Now sanding sealer, and then I'll sand it to 400, and then apply Axe abrasive paste and polish. I let the sanding sealer dry all afternoon and then came back in the evening. You rub the abrasive paste in and then you wipe it off, and then you use a white cloth or a paper towel to be sure you got it all off before you apply the wax. Once the wax is on, you turn up the speed to generate heat from friction to melt in the wax. Then wipe off the residue and it's finished. My thin parting tool is a 35-cent steak knife from Goodwill. It's ready for sanding and branding, but I'm really curious as to how thin those walls are. If that hole was just a little more off-center, I'd have a hole in the side of the toothpick holder. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching.